Welcome to episode 34 of the WANN podcast, your go-to destinations for all things Bundesliga and German football. I'm Daniel, one of your resident football enthusiasts and hosts, and I'm here with Barbros.
What it do, baby?
And Tom.
Freaky T. How we doing?
Why did you call ISO?
ISO on the freaky.
Well, that's my new thing. ISO. ISO T.
Today we will be looking back at a tournament of embarrassment, for Germany at least.
Well said. And for Turkey.
And for Turkey. We will be looking at who we think should not be playing for the national team anymore, and looking ahead at who we think might still make it to the final. But before we get into all of that, boys, it's been not even a bi-weekly podcast. It's been a bi-monthly podcast again. How are we doing?
I was enjoying our podcast summer break. We were on summer break.
Yeah.
Just like Ross and Rachel from Friends, they were also on a break. We were also on a break.
So did you cheat on us as well with another podcast?
Yes. Mats Hummels and Toni Kroos both invited me on their podcasts, respectively. I declined.
Because the requirement was wearing pants, huh?
Yeah. No, I'll never wear pants on podcast episodes.
Yeah. Disclaimer, Tom is not wearing pants.
Yeah, we have the footage to show.
Do you want to see? Should I stand up right now?
No.
Don't do it.
Please sit down.
Don't make me stand up.
Yeah. And Barbara, how are you doing? Oops.
I mean, it was pretty chill. I went on a bike trip with you.
Oh, forgot about that one.
Yeah. No, Daniel and I, we cycled to Paris from Amsterdam. We had a little stopover also in Brussels with Tom. Tom called ISO. But overall, it was a great 10 days or so. How long were we going?
It was 10 days, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I didn't enjoy too much when my bike started breaking down, but we made it in the end.
How are your booties feeling?
Pretty good.
Recovered?
Yeah, my booty is recovered, but my fingers, I still don't have full sensation again.
I can also still feel.
Yeah.
I can also still feel the tingling in my middle finger.
Yeah, bro, it's kind of weird. Like at this point, I'm getting concerned because it's been 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Really? This
3, 4.
much?
Yeah. When did we go?
Oh,
Beginning of June?
no, that was like
2 to 3 weeks.
Like I already lost the feeling when we had the stopover in Brussels,
yeah, true.
and then I thought, okay, maybe after the trip it's gonna take a few days, but we got back 2 weeks ago.
Have you tried sucking on it?
Not yet. No. Maybe. Thanks for the tip. You seem to have experience with
The
that.
gooner tip.
Yeah. You calling ISO on that move or?
Let me suck it.
Calling ISO on everything.
Van After Dark episode.
Fun.
Tom
Yeah.
sucking on the fingers.
You were also on a beautiful holiday, no?
I was. I went to Turkey,
Yeah.
our home country.
Yeah. Celebrating the
yeah.
World Cup or?
It was a great World Cup celebration all over the place. People were loving it.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
Unfortunately, the games were all super early. There were 2 games while I was in Turkey, but both of them were at 5 or 6 a.m. So as much as I love Turkey from the bottom of my heart, and I wish them all the best, there's absolutely no way I'm getting up that early in the morning while on vacation. So unfortunately, I had to let the people of Turkey suffer by themselves, and I couldn't join them in the suffering. But that brings me to my question. Who do you think, out of all of us, whose countries had the biggest stinker? And who leaves this World Cup as the winner from the 3 of us when it comes to their respective countries?
I mean, which country is Daniel representing?
USA.
Yeah, low-key the USA. Yeah.
Oh,
Damn.
okay. I didn't
Well,
even
we
think
beat
about
Bosnia yesterday, but
that. Bosnia? Oh no, they beat Bosnia. I
yeah,
thought
we-
you are
no,
Bosnia.
We beat Bosnia, I said.
Have you ever been to Bosnia, son?
Well, I don't know. Like
I know who is
still-
winning.
I still feel I don't really care about the U.S. national team. I used to for some reason.
Really?
Like, especially when I was living in the U.S. and I was watching a World Cup there. They're like, yeah, okay, fuck it. Like, they went out, or even they went out
Back
against
then
Germany.
they were trash,
They were trash.
bro.
They were trash. Plus, like, I remember when they played Germany, was it 2014? I think.
Yeah.
And it was like, they actually gave Germany a hard time. I think it was 2-1 in the end or something. And Müller scored a banger from like
Yeah.
16, 17 meters. Like, I just remember the ball was dropping and he like perfectly hit it.
For our American
Right,
listeners, how much is that in yards?
20? I don't know.
How many inches?
Well, how many fingers can fit in Tom's mouth?
He's definitely calling ISO on that.
I saw the
0.
question.
Well, definitely, Barbaros's countries are disappointing.
Nah, big time. I mean,
Probably the most disappointing.
it's crazy. I'm wearing a Germany jersey right now. Obviously, I grew up in Germany, but I'm also Turkish. Both of us got kicked out by fucking Paraguay, which is insane, man. I can't believe it. Like, well-deserved Paraguay. You played disgusting football.
Yeah, honestly.
But, man, I think that's the overall theme of the World Cup a bit, that a lot of these underdog teams, usually they would get destroyed by a bigger name team. But now they're all playing the Arsenal playbook, basically defending most of the game. If they go up by chance, like Australia and Paraguay did against Turkey, for example, very early on, they're not even leaving their box anymore, and it's working.
Well, it does. Like, bro, it's like the ultimate anti-football. Like, Mourinho would be proud of that shit.
Yeah,
like,
for
look-
real.
I only partly agree with that. I feel like it's more testament to the fact that the gap has closed significantly. I feel like European football just isn't that far ahead as much as it used to be. And there's kind of a new, not a new balance of power, but the balance is shifting.
Yeah.
And this World Cup is showing that in a really great way. The African teams, for example, now even, they've been hanging very well hung.
No, I very much agree with you. I think like when you're at the top, there's not much space to get higher because they're all professionals already. They've for the last years and years and years have all been to that high standard. But everyone else at the bottom has also been working and becoming more professional around Africa, around Asia. So it makes sense that the gap would close. But still, it still feels like when you look at these guys and you're like, okay, he plays in, I don't know, he's like half the teams plays in Brazil or in South America. You still expect a Bundesliga heavy side
Yeah.
to win.
That's true.
But I mean, we also saw it in the Club World Cup, for example, last year. The Brazilian teams were knocking out the Premier League teams. Like,
True. But that's also due to different playing styles that
Yeah.
European teams are not used to. So maybe that's also a differentiator.
like as Schweinsteiger would say, wild.
Yeah. Hey.
Whoa.
I'm surprised he's still on the sidelines.
Nah, but I think also for me, like, just to quickly go off topic, like, just for Schweinsteiger, I think it's fine, like, not fine.
What happened? Can you maybe
Well,
explain
like,
to everyone who doesn't know?
Schweinsteiger was in an interview and
No,
was
he's the expert for
expert
AD. So
for AD, and
he's
he was-
commenting on most of the games.
yeah, and was it before or after the Ivory Coast game?
I don't
During.
Remember, it doesn't
Yeah.
it doesn't
was
matter.
like around that
But
match.
he was talking about, oh, they play like a wild style of football, like not so tactical, more like, yeah, he just said wild essentially. And then he got a lot of backlash, which is fair. But at the same time, I don't think, obviously, people calling him racist is stupid. He's not racist. He's played with black players all his life. Some of his best
Does
friends
that
probably
excuse being
are black.
racist?
But no, but like, you can make a racist comment because you're ignorant and you don't know any better. But that doesn't mean you're racist. He can learn
Yeah.
from that and become better. Doesn't
True.
mean he is that way. If
But
you
the statement by itself,
the statement by itself
Yeah,
is
yeah,
stupid
yeah.
and racist, but it's more ignorant that he should know better than to make a statement like that, because those players all play in Europe.
yeah,
They're tactically trained. They know better. Yes, they might be stronger, faster, and naturally athletic, but you can say that. You don't have to say they're wild players.
yeah.
But yeah, I think enough chit chat. Let's get into the.
I just
topic.
wanted to add
Oh yeah, one more.
to my own question, because I feel like I'm winning the competition. I feel
Mm.
like my countries will go the furthest. My country being France, because I'm a quarter French. So
Are you?
I'm claiming France now. Yes, I am.
That's why you're wearing blue.
Précisément. Habillé de bleu.
Allez,
Exactement.
Big up my grandmother.
Big up.
Big up, Gran.
Who's the other team? You said my teams.
Japan.
They're out.
Yeah, I know. That's why, that's why France. But Japan, I mean, at least they made it further than Turkey.
And Iran is also
Okay,
out.
everyone made it further than Turkey. It was only us and Haiti who were out
Unless,
first.
unless your team is Uzbekistan also.
No, those guys got clapped
Yeah,
by
bro,
everyone.
it's actually so embarrassing. Almost every team advanced,
Yeah.
and we still didn't make
Literally.
it. Like, oh my god! Yeah, let's start the episode.
Let's get into it. Okay, starting us off with the last match against Paraguay. I think Barbaros had to watch 2 Paraguay losses, but we
oh
only
my God.
witnessed one. Tom,
Haramagwai.
Haramagwai. Tom, let's start with you. What did you think about the performance?
Well, in German we say, I can't eat as much as I want to puke.
Hä? What saying is that?
Ich kann nicht so viel fressen, wie ich kotzen möchte.
I've never heard
I've
that
heard
before.
of that.
Well,
Probably
you're both just not on the level that I am.
Yeah, not as French as you.
Not as French. Not as linguistically blessed.
Oh yeah, true. I remember when I made that one tweet, you were so surprised that I made a a joke with words. He's like, I didn't think you could think that far.
Damn, that might also be a bit of racist.
Yeah, low key, man.
The Schweinsteiger of the pod.
Yeah.
Big misunderstanding. Anyways, yeah, I mean, it was a Monday night for one. Tuesday, I felt like shit. I got so hammered. I was so hungover. So Tuesday, I went to work. I felt like shit, and for what?
Yeah.
We lost. You know, like I came away from the game with a feeling of, thank fucking God we lost, because I don't want to play against France.
Yeah.
And with the way we played, we honestly deserve to be eliminated 100%. So obviously it stings. Obviously it sucks. But for one, can you really be surprised? I mean, a little bit because it's Paraguay, but still.
What the?
No way. Put your thumb down.
What do you mean?
Bro, Riverside is making a thumbs up next to your head because you're doing a thumbs up.
Two.
No, what? Balloons.
It's fucking ridiculous.
What?
Is that on the recording as well?
I have no
I don't
clue.
know. We'll see.
Hell yeah. Well, for one, not that disappointed because can you really be surprised? Two, well-deserved exit. Like there's no grievances with that exit because we were just not good enough. And yeah, what do you think? I mean, I don't want to say it all, but I think we all have the same opinion, pretty much as everybody in Germany, probably.
Yeah. I mean, that game itself, it really showcased the problems of Germany. There's not enough creation offensively, even though we have actual talent on the pitch. I saw some some heat map where they're going through Nagelsmann's starting lineup, and the way that Paraguay was defending is like they were basically pushing the wingers far out to the sides, so there was like a huge gap in the middle, and the way the lineup was with Undaf on the 10 and Havertz as a striker, I don't think that was a good match either. He didn't change the starting lineup for the match against Ecuador, right? No, exactly. Which would have been the match where you can actually test things like that.
Yeah.
See, okay, is there maybe another lineup that can work? Because the match didn't really matter. And we ended up losing anyways. But then he saves those changes for the match that actually matters.
Are we getting to the Ecuador game later, or can I say something about it?
Just say, yeah.
Because that was such a big head scratcher as well. Because like you said, you could use that game to test formations and players. But then what he did is start the entire starting lineup. But then at halftime started making substitutions like it's like he's saving. You know, if you're gonna rest players for because the game doesn't matter because you qualified already, then do it from the beginning.
Yeah.
And don't say, oh no, I'm gonna commit to the starting lineup because we need to get rhythm, whatever, and then still make the substitutions as if you're resting players in the second half. Like it was such a weird. Like for example, Norway did it perfectly. Norway rested everybody against France, and if you want to do that, then really do it, and then you can experiment a little bit, I guess, but. The way Nagelsmann handled that situation, as among many other situations, is just.
No, bro. I 100% agree with you because Nagelsmann, some of the decisions he made to keep Sané on for that long,
Yeah, bro.
after he made
How is he starting every game?
but also like the fact that against Paraguay he had like 23 attempts of a dribble, or he had 23 ball losses. He had 7 dribbles, 0 successful.
Yeah.
Like he was getting doubled, and I'm sorry to say he's not the dribbler he used to be when he was at Man City and he could get through three.
But bro, why is he on the pitch then? Because that's the only reason why you're playing someone like him,
Exactly.
because he can actually create something through his dribbling.
When he can't, and then you sub him out at the, I don't know, what was it, 80th
It was
minute or something?
88th minute.
Yeah.
88th minute? That's so stupid. Like, get him out way earlier. You saw it wasn't working. From the first half on, you saw it wasn't working.
Yeah.
And then he makes the decision also to put Wirtz on the far left when Wirtz works better in the middle.
Yeah.
And obviously, if it's not working, then Wirtz should try to move in the middle and make some space because they're pushing the wingers out. He can be creative in the middle. They don't do that. They let Undaf stay in the middle the whole time. They could have spread out. They could have moved for some reason, and Mecha also wasn't playing in the middle half the game.
Yeah.
Mecha was also on the right wing next to Sané trying to help him. Why? Why is Pavlovic alone isolated in the middle? I don't know. And then
But also in Mecha, I feel like he kind of fell off. The last 2 games, it wasn't the same as... He had a great assist against Ivory Coast.
Yeah.
But I would have not stuck with him. I would have actually pushed Kimmich back to a central midfielder position where he was very successful throughout the Bayern season. And then, like also speaking about nominations, why isn't there any right back that you can play except for Kimmich?
And Anton.
Like, no, but he's not a right back, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you could see how overwhelmed he was when he got subbed on.
Yeah.
And it's just like poor squad management in general. You hear all these stories now coming out how poorly Nagelsmann handled this entire World Cup, starting with the Baumann story where he found out through media that Neuer was actually the number 1 again after getting promised the starting spot. Then I read today that he barely communicated directly with any players. He was sending voice memos on WhatsApp, which is also like, bro, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
And then the injury replacement of Ouedraogo, what was the point of bringing him when there's already player types like him? Like we had so many central midfielders, whether they're offensive or defensive, and he fits in that mold. But instead of maybe bringing someone like Elmala, who also got promised that he would be an injury replacement if someone got injured.
But no, it's because Ouedraogo played 13 days later.
Bro, fucking ridiculous. So I think I'm so glad that all these stories are coming out now about how Nagelsmann really fucked up, and you can also tell already how he handled media after games, where he instantly after this loss against Paraguay, he threw Dennis Undav under the bus again.
Yeah, again.
And the only player he named by name
Yeah.
who fucked up entirely, apparently.
Yeah.
I can't anymore with this guy, honestly.
It's unbelievable, for real. It's like he fucked his wife or something. It's crazy.
Honestly.
For real. What the fuck did he do?
No, I saw so many jokes, and like I saw someone who I forget what the name of the Instagram is called. It's like kind of like Tagesschau, like this big German newspaper, but it's like obviously a fake version of that with like,
Tagesscheiß.
Tagesscheiß, and then like almost the same
Is it?
logo, yeah, something like that. And then he just posted like, Nagelsmann is actually going live on Instagram right now. He's doing like a house walkthrough, and then he's like in his bedroom with Leroy Sané bed covers, and then he has like a dungeon with like Dennis Undav shit in there. I was like, yeah, it's good content.
It must be something like that.
Like,
Yeah, I mean,
like,
and also if you're a player and you see how he's handling things already via WhatsApp, and then how singling out other players, and usually as a squad, you stick together.
yeah.
I don't think it creates any good atmosphere within the entire team.
But then, if you were the national coach, because you're obviously criticizing WhatsApp now, would you prefer using different platforms of communication? Would you use
Like direct
Wire
communication. No,
or,
the direct
Signal?
conversation.
Message the boys of a grinder.
Nah, bro. I think
Skype for business? What would you prefer?
Skype for business. Riverside.
They just have like a 22-man call.
No shout out to Riverside.
I just want Nagelsmann to create like short reels where he explains his decisions.
With the glizzy mic.
I think also like since 2024, since the Euros, Nagelsmann has gone down in everyone's opinion. Because back then I thought his communication was actually like still like minimal, but it was like clear of what he wants and what players he's picking. Since that tournament, it's been absolute shit show for the last 1.5 years at least.
Yeah.
Of like nothing's clear. You don't know what players are coming in. He picks random guys who he says, I'm going to pick the best players possible. And then he just picks guys who aren't playing much. I don't get it, but...
he was worse than Jogi Löw at the end.
Yeah.
I feel like Jogi Löw, at least he tried to cater to the masses and basically change his lineups and everything, but
like also like when you're Germany coach, you're like almost like a politician. You're like everyone in the whole country is looking at you. You have to balance out the media, and you have to be a media personality. You can't just be at club level where you're like, I don't really give a shit about this, so it's my decision to make this. No, there's 83 million people looking at you. Yeah. You have to be better.
And maybe you can make the argument that Nagelsmann is just not experienced enough to have that role. Because I feel like at many times it seemed like he was too easily triggered or too easily hurt in his ego and pride.
Yeah.
And thus that was kind of clouding his judgment. And I feel like a more experienced coach maybe has experienced situations like that before and would thus act differently.
It's true, because if you think about it, which last World Cup winner had a really young coach? Or most of these teams, they have these experienced coaches. They might not even be the greatest coaches when looking at tactics, but they really know how to keep a squad together, and it's really about just building a team that wants to play together. And I didn't really get that feeling with this Germany squad. I mean, we can continue with this game, but when you look at how the penalty shootout went,
exactly.
where there's that famous clip that most people probably have seen already, where Kimmich is going through the remaining players and like basically putting out numbers who's going to shoot next. First of all, how has that not been decided before the game?
You must have a decision. Like even though before the World Cup, I feel like you must have a decision.
I think it's a bit of a misconception though, because I saw a tweet today or yesterday where someone like isolated the sound and turned the sound all the way up, and it's not that Kimmich was asking players, but he was rather like double checking with them. Nene, you're going 6. Leon, you're 8.
Yeah, nah, okay, but I know what you mean. But he was looking at Goretzka, who
he went like
exactly. He's like 9.
That's true. Also
9, and then Goretzka shakes his hand, and then he's like 9. And like the tone itself already tells you that Kimmich was kind of disappointed that Goretzka isn't stepping up.
Bro, he's looking at his Bayern teammate who's been playing with the last I don't know 4 or 5 years. It's like, bro, like we got this, and he's just like shaking his head like, nah, bro, that's already demotivating as fuck to everyone else around you in the team. Even if you don't want to, just be like, bro, like fuck it, I got this. I'm doing this now because I'm professional. Like,
and
what the hell?
Like, I mean, shout outs to him that he stepped up and actually took the shot.
Even though he's never taken a professional penalty before.
In that situation, I think it's also on Kimmich to not be like, oh, okay, are you number 9? He's gonna be, because I saw that famous clip of Cristiano Ronaldo where he asked João Moutinho
to take a shot. You're doing this.
Exactly, that's where you, as a leader of the group, you have to step up and force him.
Yeah.
Like, there's no fucking discussion. If he doesn't want it or not, literally. I don't give a fuck. You're doing it.
Because Ronaldo in that clip doesn't go like, yeah, come here. Like, even if you miss, fuck it. Yeah. Like, it's like, that's the way it is. But today, like, we're standing up and we're doing this, like, kind of with that energy. And Kimmich is more like, so who wants some?
Yeah.
Like, you want some?
Like the whole body language of the team was
Even though Kimmich is usually the guy who's like, let's get this fucking shit done. And, like, yeah. I don't know. I think from start to finish, the energy was wrong. And, Germany, when we go into penalties, are always confident, and here we saw for the first time a not confident Germany team.
I mean, after that miss, the second save by Neuer, I thought, oh, this is gonna be one of those nights, you know.
Yeah, we're winning it all.
Yeah, maybe not that far, but it felt like something special was brewing, and then. Yeah, if there's no one to really wanting to step up for this kind of moment, it can be something special.
Yeah. There's also, I was very surprised that Neuer saved the penalty. Like, I had no hope going into the penalty shootout, honestly, because I figured Neuer is just done. Like, he doesn't get down anymore. But then he saved one, and nice. But also, I mean, 2 of your strikers missed their penalties. That doesn't really happen. It's just, man, so much shit coming together.
It's crazy now. Yeah. I mean, we also had the 2-1 of Tar. We can maybe discuss that real quick.
I was about to ask you guys, like, that is in no way a foul.
Yeah.
Against the keeper. For just in case people didn't see it, Anton and the keeper came together during a corner. And for me, that's normal contact as a defender. Like, he's not actively running against him.
I think the keeper's initiating the contact.
He's standing in front of him, and the keeper is trying to make a fool out of himself, or like purposefully fall.
Keeper punch,
and then gets back up because he's like, okay, that's not going to be a foul. And then Ta scores the header.
Keeper punch him in the nuts, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Like not on purpose, but like his hand definitely ended up in his nuts.
Yeah, I mean, in basketball, you would call it a flop. The way the keeper looked for the contact and like just fell down like a sack of potato.
Yeah.
In my eyes, also not a foul.
Weird call.
Yeah. But then also, I saw there was another call like that against Germany.
Yeah.
Which game was that? Because they compared the clips.
It was
Côte d'Ivoire.
Yeah. It was Pavlovic's goal, the header.
Yeah.
Nah. I don't get why they're like, some refs are really not that great at this World Cup, I have to say. Also when
For real.
When they turn on the mics, for explanation. You can already hear yesterday, for example, they did it for the Belgian match versus who did they play?
Senegal.
Senegal, exactly. And Senegal, they were dominating most of the game. In the end, it goes into extra time. There is a penalty situation where, okay, there's contact, but the player, he's already sliding. Exactly. Sliding to tackle, not to tackle, but to clear the ball. And then someone else jumps in. The ref looks at the footage for so long. And then when he gives the explanation, you could barely understand what he's even talking about. Just that he says, oh, okay, it's a penalty.
Yeah, because he's scared to.
Yeah,
say it
exactly.
as well.
But then, bro, like, I think the best ref was really the one that was doing Paraguay versus Turkey. Not just because of the famous clip where he's like, Paraguay, number 10.
Covers his mouth.
Yeah, decision, red card. That was really funny, but also the way he handled the whole game. For example, the Paraguay goalie, also in that game, he was faking it a lot towards the end when Paraguay was up just to gain some time, and he didn't go at all for it. He was like, get the fuck up, I know you're just playing.
Yeah.
Maybe that's because he's also from South America, that ref, and he knows exactly how they like to do it. But I just feel like there wasn't enough authority on the pitch sometimes.
Against Germany, there was like literally none of that. They came late out of the tunnel. During the drinking break, they also stayed late.
Yeah,
so disgusting
fuck the
stuff.
drinking breaks, bro.
Every time one of their players fell over, he always stayed down. Like they were constantly just trying to get Germany out of their rhythm.
Yeah.
And every time
And it
Germany,
worked.
like Germany's like
Smart.
high possession pushing, and then one of their guys lays on the floor for a minute. Okay, now they can all take a breather.
Yeah.
Like, and that was the first game where like a drinking break was necessary because it was apparently really hot.
Yeah,
And
but
if
bro,
you're
let's
for 90 minutes running after the ball, you're gonna get tired. So then it makes sense to make a break and fall over. But yeah, okay, now you're blaming it on all this shit. Germany
Yeah.
should have just fucking won the ball.
Nah, it's true.
And bro, we were crossing the ball in from disgusting angles that Germany would never want to cross the ball in from.
yeah.
Like, and
Turkey playbook.
yeah, but we should be getting better shots on goal.
100%. The playmaking was zero. Even the goal that we did score, it's a weird cross and like a weird angle to finish Havertz's goal. I was lucky.
It was lucky, honestly.
Yeah, disappointing, bro.
Yeah,
Time-
but
Time to move on.
yeah, exactly.
I'm ready to move on from this absolute World Cup disaster when it comes
Yeah.
to Germany's World Cup, bro.
Yeah, but before we move on, we can move on to the Paraguay game. But what do you guys think about the actual group stage? How did the overall group stage look to you? I mean, it started off with a banger, 7-1 against Curaçao.
Yeah.
I think that got everyone's hopes up in Germany and around the world. I saw so many podcasters being like, oh, maybe Germany is more of a dark horse than we thought, and maybe
Yeah.
Germany has a chance. But at the same time, you're playing
Fools.
it's a team of players that like half of them are playing second division of the Netherlands or not in first divisions around, not in top 5 division.
Hey, but the gap is closing, bro. Come on, the gap is closing.
Coach's name was Dick.
yeah, actually, they deserved it, honestly, just because of that.
Plus 10 skill points for a coach named Penis or Dick.
That's how they qualify.
That's
Yeah,
what we
but
need.
honestly-
That's what we need in Germany.
Yeah. After they scored the 1-1, I was actually nervous for a second. I was like,
Yeah.
not another World Cup. I was like, not like this.
True.
This guy. Me can't even say nothing.
Hey, yo.
Nah, bro. It's, the Curaçao game. I mean, looking back now, it's really hard. Like, does it even matter? No, it doesn't.
Feels
No,
like
it doesn't.
a preparation match before the World
Yeah.
Cup.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is ringing my bell now? I find it hard to summarize or like to draw any conclusions from the group stage matches because, as we said, the first game kind of a gimme.
Yeah.
Second game, realistically, we should have lost against Cote
Yeah.
d'Ivoire. If I don't know who it was, he plays in the Premier League. 85th minute, Pepe squares it.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
Was
and
it
instead of-
Sarr?
No, South plays for Senegal.
Yeah.
But instead of
true.
shooting,
Who was it? I don't know. Phone.
Adingra, I think it was Adingra. Instead
Oh
of
yeah, the Brighton.
Instead of shooting, he takes a touch.
Oh yeah.
Like if he that's good. That's 2-1 in the 85th minute. We're not winning that game.
Yeah.
We're not even drawing that game. I feel like. So realistically, in that game, second half, we didn't play good at all.
Mm-mm.
So even then, looking back from where we're at now, you can maybe say, oh, signs were there definitely. Then obviously Schlotterbeck injury in the Cote d'Ivoire game. I feel like that was a big loss because even though Rüdiger didn't commit any grave mistakes, you could tell in build-up there was something missing,
Missing. Yeah.
like in a major way.
Yeah.
And then the Ecuador game, I found it like kind of equally hard to judge or to take anything from that, just like the Curaçao game, because like there was nothing to play for anymore. And you could tell that Ecuador was fighting for their lives and they wanted it, and Germany they just didn't need it.
Yeah.
And it really felt like the players knew that.
Yeah,
So-
even Völler admitted after the game, basically making excuses like, oh yeah, or maybe it was before the Paraguay game where they talked about Ecuador, and he was like, yeah, I think it's normal that if you're already through, you're not gonna give 100%. And I'm thinking, bro, this is the fucking World Cup. This is not some random Bundesliga game after you already won the title. It doesn't matter if it matters for the group stage. Your players should be locked in, whether they're gonna win or not. Like they should at least be locked in and give 100%.
Yeah.
And if you're admitting that they didn't do that, bro, what kind of
Yeah, I think it's just like a basic, like natural psychology, I guess. Also having no psychology background or whatever. But I think players knowing that they have to absolutely win as compared to players who, like, you know, even
But
if
still,
you
bro,
even
like-
if you go into the game and say, oh, I'm going to give it my all, like there's a different hunger if you are like, you know what I mean? So I feel like even though it might not be good to admit it from Völler or whatever, I think it's kind of understandable that there's different levels of motivation
Yeah.
there.
But it sounds like a cheap excuse to me why they lost it against Ecuador.
Yeah, I know.
No, I agree, because also I was thinking about it, and I was just like looking back and thinking about the interviews from Nagelsmann, Völler, everyone in the Germany camp, and even before the World Cup, like when we would have a bad game and just barely win, they would always sweet talk it, and after the
Yeah.
match, you're like, actually maybe it wasn't that bad, like maybe we did actually like play to our strengths and did something right, because we still won, but then. When you look at the actual match,
Yeah.
you're not enjoying it.
Nah,
You're
it's
not
so true.
like Germany's like hobbling over the line to get a 2-1 when we should be on fucking people's throats, Loki.
Yo.
And
Okay.
run after dark sign up. And yeah, they're sweet talking it, and then afterward I've listened to them, I'm like, yeah, no, it wasn't that bad. We got the win, like we got the 3 points. Like it doesn't actually matter
Damn,
now.
it's working.
But it works. These motherfuckers know what they're doing.
Look at Daniel Euro
no.
2028. You're like, Nagelsmann got this, man.
But I'm not gonna lie, I think he deserves a contract extension.
Double his salary, actually.
Yeah.
Give him 28 million.
Did you see? Because now obviously there's a lot of voices asking for Nagelsmann out, but did you see why he might not actually step back at all? Because apparently
Here comes
his
the
contract.
money.
Yeah, exactly. His contract got guaranteed right before the Ecuador match or something like that.
No,
Which also,
the thing is, if they had been eliminated in the group stage, I think the German Football Association could have like stepped back from the contract without having to pay him the rest of his salary.
Yeah.
But there was a clause that if they made it out of the group stage, they don't have the option anymore to terminate his contract without having
but
to pay
that's
him.
such a bad
That's such a stupid-
contract option.
Bro, they should at least do like quarters.
Yeah, or do it after the World Cup that there's a mutual option to
Yeah,
whatever end the
continue.
contract at that point. Because now he's owed 14 million till 2028. If they fire him, they have to pay him that. And obviously, we already know from the past that the DFB doesn't swim in money.
No.
And
But if he
I'm
steps
assuming
back,
the new coach is also going to cost some money, you know.
if he steps back, they don't have to pay him.
If he no, exactly, it's like quitting your job. You're
Yeah.
not going to get any money if you quit, but if you get
Hmm.
fired, you get money.
Well, they should definitely fire him.
Yeah, I mean,
Ain't
I'm
no way,
sure
boy.
it's happening. Yeah.
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 Something else I wanted to bring up that came to mind when Tom was going through the games. I have like flashbacks of the 2018 World Cup, because remember when we had the last minute win with Kroos free kick against Sweden, and you thought, oh, this is it. It's like same as against Ivory Coast.
Yeah.
We're actually like, this is something special coming up. And then the match against South Korea, we fucking stunk.
Yeah.
We fucking stunk, and we went out in the group stage during that World Cup, same as 2022. Now we made it in the last 32, but maybe also by luck, I don't know.
Maybe it's because also like the teams this time around there's worse teams in there.
Yeah,
So
true.
Curaçao usually wouldn't be in the World Cup, but then
Yeah.
if you'd have
True. We wouldn't even have that win.
no, we wouldn't even have that win, that easy win. There would be a more difficult team in
Yeah.
the way.
Imagine being in the easiest group of the World Cup together with Paraguay, USA, and Australia, and finishing last. Imagine that. Imagine, bro.
We're the best generation.
Yeah.
Ada Güler, loser twink.
There's a lot of losers on that squad. Just like Germany.
Yeah.
Bro, I was thinking while I was in Turkey, Daniel, how many of the Turkey squad players would you recognize while you're like walking in the city? Because I was thinking it's a very limited amount for me because obviously I'm not
Really?
Turkish. Yeah,
The squad players or like the starters?
like out of the Turkey national team, how many of the players would you recognize?
Probably like,
Minimum 10.
yeah, I'm also thinking 10.
Daniel, there's no fucking way that you would
Okay.
recognize 10.
I wouldn't necessarily know their
Daniel,
names, but I would
show
recognize them.
Barbara, show him the picture now and ask him
Yeah.
the names.
Okay, wait.
Bro, I
Is
would
there a
not
team
know
photo?
their names. I'm always terrible with names, but
Nah,
I
you-
recognize the players. Like
But
the goalkeeper, 100% I recognize him. I know he plays for Gala. I don't
I
know
would
his name.
no way in hell recognize that guy. I
Gula
have no idea who that is.
Wait. Let's go. I'll show a team photo.
Yeah, 5 or 6 max. Uzun maybe,
Uzun, yeah.
and Barish,
Uzun, of course.
Barish, whatever his name is, Barish Alter.
Alter.
I'm like,
Those are probably the only guys I'd recognize, but only because Barish, whatever his name is,
Alper.
has
Alper,
a
you must.
blonde mohawk.
Oh my god, bro. The
yeah,
fucking
the blonde
haircuts
mohawk,
were
bro. He was
so
caring
bad.
more about his hair than about when
All
he
of them.
scoring a goal.
And Abdu, of course, I would recognize. But
Okay, this was.
Altintop.
I think this is against Paraguay, Daniel. Let's go through it. You know this guy.
Yeah, he played in the Prem. I forget his
Yeah.
name.
name,
Soyuncu.
yeah, no one in here. And
Yeah.
he's a long hair guy. Huh?
I
This
don't
guy you
know.
name, he played for Feyenoord, then for Benfica, and now he's at Besiktas.
No clue.
Kökçü.
Yeah,
No
bro,
idea,
I
bro.
know his face, but I don't know their names.
Damn.
Who the fuck is Kakchu?
This guy you know?
Özcan.
Yeah. This
Salih,
is the
the Gala
Çakır.
goalkeeper.
That's 1 out of
He
4
plays for
so far.
Porto.
Yeah, I don't know all their names.
Yeah.
honestly.
1 out of 5.
Yeah, he doesn't know anyone.
I don't know their names, but I know their faces. Like I can watch when I watch Champions League, I see them.
That's
but
what
I'm like,
Schweinsteiger says when he sees any African team.
I was like, Jerome Boateng.
Bro, too many people still flicker with Jerome Boateng. It pisses me off. Recently, I had to react to Joe Burrow's story because Joe Burrow, my favorite human and man of all time. I'm a D1 Joe Burrow Glazer, quarterback of the Cincinnati Bengals. He posted a story with Jerome Boateng from Paris Fashion Week or some shit.
No.
And then I had to react. I was like, yo, bro, take this down. This is not it.
What was his
And then
response?
He didn't open it, of course. But then Serge Gnabry posted a story with him recently.
Yeah,
Hurts to
it's tough.
see.
I don't support that shit. I would like that I would love that if they would be more like what's his name, Spence from the UK.
Jet
Yeah,
Spence, yeah.
Like he didn't.
Dude, did you see
shake
his?
Thomas Partey's hand.
I went on his Instagram after he didn't.
Yeah, he
shake
got
the
hate
hand.
for it.
Bro, so much hate. I thought people are gonna cheer him
Bro,
up.
literally, I
Crazy.
saw like some podcaster was talking about it, and then they were like, you could be a relevant footballer and you could get hate, or someone wouldn't want to shake your hand, no one would mention it. You become a wife beater or you rape someone, and then you have all these random men defending you for some no
Yeah.
reason. Like,
Bro.
how you become more popular when you do something like that
Doesn't
in
make
the
sense.
fucking manosphere world that we live in?
Football fanboys.
Bro, fucking
Yeah.
bullshit. It's not even football fans; those are just disgusting humans.
But they go out of their way to like go on someone's Instagram and fucking hate on him
yeah,
because he didn't want to shake their
or
hand.
fucking what's his name, Angry Ginge. He's
a
a
streamer.
from the UK, very famous. He's a Manchester United fan. He gets invited to the England squad.
Red
to
hair.
make reels with the England squad and shit. And he was in the stadium, and there was a fan in front of him who was being racist. And then he went to the people, and he's like, "Yo, get this guy out the stadium." And he was like live streaming, and then they were like, "No." And then this guy was like, they were talking to each other, and he was apologizing, like, "Oh, like don't show my face and this kind
Yeah.
of shit." Like, "Oh, I didn't mean to be racist." And then he got so much hate on his social media for
The
calling the racist guy out. And it's like, brother, really? Like, the fuck kind of world do you live
sense,
in?
man.
And they're like, nah, like this guy should lose his brand deal, so he's trying to get an England fan kicked out of the match in the World Cup.
Bro,
It's like,
what?
what? That's not a fan, bro. Like, because he was being racist to the Ghana players. Like,
But also,
Nah.
if that's the reaction, bro, like being racist or being sexist or whatever, it's just gonna be even more normalized if that's how people are defending you, man.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
Not here.
girls being-
Not at WANN podcast.
Not at WANN
exactly.
podcast.
Fuck you, Schweinsteiger.
we got a bit off topic because
A bit, bro.
we had well, I have a question written down that we all spoke about. Do you think Nagelsmann out, and do you think Klopp in? I think we're all Nagelsmann out, but do you
I
think
mean,
Klopp is the
yes
option?
and
do you
yes.
think Klopp is the best option?
Yeah.
Triple, yeah.
Triple,
Actually.
yeah.
He
Klopp,
proposed himself already during
yeah,
the World Cup.
basically. But Klopp is such a club player, and he's such a guy like
Klopp is such a Klopp player.
club
Oh,
club
Klopp.
player. he's such a club player, and he
He's not
needs
even
the
player,
players
bro.
like a club coach. Like he needs the boys around him. He has the energy, and like he can teach them. Like his
boys.
tactics are quite difficult, I think.
Yeah, but I think he has the aura and authority
Yeah.
to manage a
Yeah.
national team.
He's
And he's in that
he's
stage of
politician
his-
enough.
Exactly.
But do you think he would quit from the Leipzig bag because he's
Yes.
getting paid a
He has
shit
to, yeah.
ton?
No, but
Because
bro,
DFB would not be able to
What is
fire
he doing
Nagelsmann
there?
and then also pay him out of his contract.
But he's already signaled that he'd like to do it, I think.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
I mean, the money obviously is a question, but then just spend less on like youth development, whatever. There's nothing coming up.
Fuck it.
There's nothing coming up anyways.
Yeah, and if it's coming up, they're gonna play for Turkey anyways.
Yeah, exactly. We need to reverse that shit. We need to sign Turkish German players from Turkey.
Yeah,
Just like steal them,
Yeah.
or like maybe not necessarily Turkey because obviously you stink more than we do, but maybe
Damn.
from I don't know
No,
Bosnia.
yeah. But I agree with you guys. I think Klopp would be the best option. Plus, also because he's building the like Leipzig World Academy shit. Like, isn't that his proper role? He's not only working at
I
Leipzig.
feel like he's more a brand ambassador
he's
than
like,
anything.
Yeah, but he's supposed to build all the networks and academies around the world together. And
With
I
his
think
bare hands.
with his bare hands, he's just fucking putting in the fucking hours.
What are these jokes today, bro?
Which is also
Around the
crazy.
head.
Like, I think it's crazy that there's only ever German coaches in consideration, and like you have Thomas Tuchel coaching for England.
England.
Why not an English coach? Why not Gareth Southgate?
Yeah, why not? Is there? I mean, are there any famous foreign coaches in Germany? Mostly
Ger-
they're
like
Danish.
In Germany's history, or
Like,
like,
in like
you-
German, I mean,
Get Vincent Company.
Tuchel, I think, got the job because he was a Premier League coach for a long time. Otherwise, I don't think they would have hired
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Pepsi
So-
Guardiola.
Yeah, company actually would be fired. Guardiola,
Terzic.
Terzic.
Who's German? No.
No, he's a Bilbao coach now.
Yeah, he's a Bilbao coach now.
Even though
Why
he's
is he?
not
Li-
from-
yeah. Why is he allowed to? Why is he allowed to coach Bilbao? He's not
They
that.
they have a rule that the coach doesn't matter for
Yeah.
them. It's more about the academy.
Such
Also, if you
Plus, if
move
you-
there as a youth player, you still count as a
Yeah.
Oh,
player
really?
that is
You
born
can still
there,
be
yeah.
under 16 and go there, and then
Yeah.
you'll be fine.
disgusting.
But yeah, no, I think Klopp would be really good to build the German academies up again because we did that beginning of
That's-
2000s.
But
That's-
not his job.
That's not his job as a
Yeah,
head
but
coach
I
of the
think
national team.
he has that authority to.
Daniel
go
thinks
in
he has a
there.
construction company or something.
Ah, but like, bro, he's getting hired. Like at Dortmund, he was like the guys he brought in to find the best players and all that shit. Like,
Sven Mislintat.
But then,
he- like, yeah, of course the German scouting teams are good and they have all these like young guys. I recently saw there's a guy from like, I don't even know. There's like a under 16 player who's like not even in any of the top 3 leagues in Germany. Like he's not playing for any big club. He's playing for like a Regionalliga club, and they brought him in, and he's been incredible for the under 16 team.
but
Like,
then that
kind of
means
shit.
that means you
Finding
want to.
those rare gems.
But that means you want to have Klopp as a sporting director.
Yeah.
No, but like he needs to bring the right guys in to
But that's
build
not
the
his
whole
job,
structure. But that's what I would want if I would
Yeah.
bring Klopp in. Like,
I think the current guy doing that is Hannes Wolf.
Yeah.
who the fuck is that?
He's also a former coach, or still a coach, I guess. But I think in general there's a lot of structural problem with the DFB because the stories you hear about youth scouting, what you also just brought up, is really bad apparently. Then also the fact that they're losing a lot of the talent that has
exactly.
dual
A lot of
nationality.
Bro,
talent.
you need the coach to talk to these guys, bro. Like you're gonna come into the team in the next
Yeah.
couple of years.
Yeah,
No, it's
imagine.
true. It's true. That's true.
You could have had Ibo Maza, Kenan Yildiz, Can Uzun, Malik Tillman, who scored a free kick yesterday.
Yeah.
All of these guys, they're all under 24. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could have all like maybe all under 22 even. I don't know. Could have all played
Tillman
for
maybe
Germany.
not, but the others, yeah.
And then, but we're just
And
like,
there's gonna be more cases. Aslani,
yeah,
maybe even Tresoldi. who
Tresoldi
might
maybe.
start
I
to
think
Soldi
play for
needs to
Italy.
get in the Germany squad quicker, sooner
Yeah.
than later. Yeah, bro, I don't know. There's a lot of questions, but while we're at it, or while we're talking about Nagelsmann, Alex, who else do you think needs to go out of the national team? What player do you never want to see again in the Germany colors?
There's a bunch of them.
Nico Schlotterbeck.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you get injured on like?
How dare you injure yourself
Like,
while giving
why-
it your all?
Why can't you like just grit your teeth and just like power through?
Like-
Schlotterbeck, miss you, love you. I want you back.
I mean, there's a whole generation that has to leave. And
Pascal
I think that
Groß,
also-
first and foremost.
Yeah, I think all of the players that are past 30, I don't want to see them anymore. Someone like Kimmich, same thing.
Kimmich, really?
Yeah, bro. Kimmich, I'm very disappointed in Kimmich, I gotta say. Even though he was not playing in his usual position, you didn't see much of an impact from his side, defensively and offensively.
Yeah, he turned into an average right back.
Exactly. And maybe that's because he's not a right back, but at the same time, from someone who we consider world class, I expect more, and he disappointed me greatly. He's going to be another 2 years older, and I think this is the right moment where he can really have a reset. If you're already firing the coach, that's the moment where, yeah, maybe you go a bit younger. You need also someone like Klopp, for example, to develop these younger players. But you can build something up, maybe not for the Euros yet, but then for the World Cup in 4 years, that you have a good squad together. And there is definitely talent in Germany. You just need someone with balls to actually pull it off. And like Rüdiger, all these players, I don't want to see anymore. You can get them out the national team.
I fully agree, because I would start right by the keepers. Neuer and Baumann.
Gone.
Yeah. They can, like, Baumann, sorry to say.
Yeah, not his fault. Like,
you didn't even get, like, one tournament properly. Like, no,
I'm so disappointed in Baumann.
Yeah, but, like, sorry, bro. Like, there's so many young keepers coming up.
Neuer, Baumann, and Ter Stegen gone.
Yeah,
like, you need to, testing as well. Like, just get rid of them. You have so many great young keepers coming up.
It's Finn Dahmen season.
Yeah.
Dahmen, Nübel, Urbik, Atubolu. You have 4 keepers who are incredible. And
Hellstern.
Rüdiger, I think, as well.
Yeah, gone.
His days are numbered.
Pascal Groß gone.
For experience.
Goretzka.
Yeah,
Goretzka needs to go.
I would keep Kimmich personally. I would give like Kimmich, especially for the Euros. It's only 2 years. He's still going to be at Bayern. He's still going to be probably captain of Bayern.
Yeah.
I think he needs to come.
Tah and Kimmich can be the core of what stays, and then the rest. For me, Gnabry probably also, his days are numbered.
Yeah. Weil die Anton can fuck off.
Like, never even stood a chance.
Pascal Groß, of course, we have to discuss.
How many times you gonna mention him?
The fact that I'm just really pissed off at him even getting minutes. The fact that Pascal Groß got to play against, what was it, Ecuador? I can't believe it, man. It was probably Nagelsmann giving out gifts to players in his favor. Yeah, exactly. He was doing hospice work. But yeah, it's disgusting that he got minutes. Pascal Groß, we never want to see you again. Even though he had one slick, his signature Groß turn.
Doing the list with every word.
Yeah.
Yes.
Does Pascal Groß even talk like that? I don't even think so.
Have you not heard him talk? He has the fattest lisp of all time, which is so funny because like his own name has 2 fat asses.
There you
like the Audi logo. Nine, 2 fat asses, my friend. So yeah, Pascal Groß gone.
I'm surprised you haven't brought up Goretzka yet.
You mentioned it twice already. That's a given.
Do I need to say it?
Yeah. I have another player. I don't want him out, obviously, but man, what a downfall by Musiala this whole year, but also this World Cup. He's really not the same player anymore, and I wonder if he's ever gonna get back to that level.
Donnarumma needs to go to jail.
Yeah. Did Musiala not low-key play better than Wirtz in the Paraguay game?
But they were both shit.
Yeah, they were both not great. But I feel like Musiala...
Musiala, the whole season we're making excuses. Oh, he needs some time. Bro,
it's true.
It's been a whole year. How much more time does he need?
Like 1 more year. Give him some time.
Euro 2028, he's ready.
Come on, bro. Have you not seen the TikToks recently where they have like a glass of Coca-Cola under the sink, and then they open the sink and the water pours into the Coca-Cola and it slowly like dilutes, and then it just says it takes time, bro. So that's
No, I think they need to do that new reel that's going around where they're pouring water over him to cleanse him of his.
What is it though? Is he fucking afraid to go into these one-on-one actions, or?
Bro, but when he goes into them, he always loses the ball.
Yeah.
Like, he gets by one guy and then now he loses it. And before he go by 3 guys.
There was that famous clip of Undaf saying like, "Oh, it's so crazy how he plays. Like, the ball is glued to his foot and he just walks through all the defenders." And that's what made him so special. But now that he can't do that anymore, also his shooting has gone worse.
But he's not even getting to areas where he can't even do a shot properly. Like,
exactly,
he's shooting out of areas where he usually would never shoot.
I think it was the right move for Nagelsmann to actually take him off for the Paraguay game, But then I still didn't like the lineup how he did it, because we already said, why is Wirtz not playing in the middle?
Yeah,
I would
exactly.
have started Wirtz
Could
as a
put
center.
Amiri on the left. There's like someone like
Yeah.
anyone else.
Leveling.
Leveling as well, but Leveling should have played for Sané.
100% should have played for Sané. I mean, that's out of question. He actually had a great year and deserved to play. The times when he was subbed on, he didn't make the biggest impact, although they won the game against Ivory Coast. But you also, it's different when you're starting a game or when you're getting subbed on. Like, not every time you can actually have an impact if you're just on for 15 minutes. And that also brings me to Woltemade, who didn't see a single minute until the Paraguay game.
Till
and then
they need a goal out of him.
Bro, exactly. And then they're
fuck
playing
is
him 40, or not 45 minutes, but maybe 35 minutes.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense to me, man. I think overall, we need a new coach. We need new squad players, a lot of them out. And just like...
and make it so much younger. I feel like so many teams
Yeah.
at the World Cup that have had success now, like for example Mexico, they're relying so much on young players. Brazil even too.
Yeah.
Cote d'Ivoire, I mean, obviously they were eliminated, but I think for like, you could say they had kind of a successful. I mean, no, they were eliminated pretty like early, but still they had such a young team, and Germany needs to get so much younger and actually needs to have the balls to. Because also I feel like there's been much discussion about, is it safe to say that Germany is not world class football nation anymore? Which I could say you have to agree.
Yeah.
And this status of kind of being a challenger in the upcoming tournaments kind of gives you the freedom to actually play younger players and to experiment and be free.
Yeah.
And so that needs to happen, definitely, like for sure.
Not definitely, but it's also like when you say that, it's also like it's not like it's the national team that has to play these guys. It's fucking Bundesliga teams that need to stop. So I'm sorry to say, but Dortmund is a prime example of like you buy young talent from France or from other countries, and then you play those over the German talents you have. And sometimes you need to risk it and just say, fuck it. The DFB needs to encourage the German teams to play Germans.
I want to see more kids.
Bro, we need to take the mic away from you.
Nah, but I agree. While he's in his underwear, by the way. No, but like they need to encourage the teams to play young stars, like or young upcoming boys.
Yeah, because we're holding on to a generation that has failed us in 3 occasions now. 3 World Cups, man. That's a span of 8 years.
Not only on the pitch, but also off the pitch.
Yeah. And I think in our minds we're still like 2014 Germany, but that's just not the case anymore. Like all these players are retired and have gotten into politics
I'm
or
pushing
prison.
30.
Yeah,
I
I need something positive in my life, please.
Yeah.
2020 to 2028, it needs to happen. Otherwise, I don't know, man.
Let's see.
Yeah, fuck it. I was just got like a Vietnam flashback. I was like looking back at how fun the 2014 World Cup was, and I was like, damn, like
That gives you Vietnam flashbacks.
yeah, like happiness, like that's what it could have been like.
You're a real American.
You know,
Huh?
since then, nothing. Yeah, fuck it. Enough about Germany.
Fuck them.
From what you guys have seen from the World Cup and who's been playing, who do you think is most favorite to win or at least get to the final?
Cape Verde.
Cabo Verde, my
Only
call as well.
Just because of the goalkeeper?
Yeah.
And him liking 2,000 or him following 2,000 baddies on Instagram?
Yeah.
Show me another nation that's putting up those numbers. I can't see it.
No one. You can't.
So that's big.
That's only
Other people-
Daniel in his old times.
In my prime. Now, other players are too media trained to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I for one, I am very afraid that the USFA will actually advance into the semifinals.
Yeah, they have an easy path, huh?
Yeah, they do. And that would be terrible for the state of football. I mean, they're going to beat Belgium, I'm pretty sure, even without Balogun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they are going to face probably Spain.
Yeah, no, they're not getting past Spain.
I think that will be it.
But even that, oh no, that's the quarterfinal then.
Yeah. There's so many rounds left, huh?
Yeah, that's insane. I wasn't even aware.
We're just at the
Jesus.
start.
Okay, yeah, I mean, still, that would be terrible for the brand of football because then more Americans enter the world of football on the internet, and that's the worst thing I've ever seen. Twitter has been terrible yesterday. I opened it up after the red card and after I think Balogun scored an offside goal. So much bullshit.
Yeah,
It's incredible.
That's
So
crazy.
that's
a lot of NFL fans or whatever, they're proposing rule changes.
Yeah,
and shit
exactly.
like
Like,
that,
what's the
bro.
offside rule?
Yeah, like why is it done this way?
Bro, the most annoying guy is Dave Portnoy, the
Yeah,
Barstool
bro,
guy.
fuck that dude.
Yeah, is that the guy who's like, have you seen this Mbappe guy?
Terrible. I'm very sad for all of the African nations that have been eliminated. Yesterday,
Yeah.
obviously in Brussels here, we have a big Congolese area, and also like it was mixed Congolese, Senegalese, and it was such a party when they won in the group stages, and even yesterday, while they were up in halftime, we wandered around from the restaurant that we were watching at, and it was an absolute party. It was so much fun, and that would have been so cool if they advanced further. But to answer your question, Barbaros, I think there's like maybe 1.5 answers, but the clear cut favorite and answer is France. There's like no way you can beat them. It's incredible.
Winning it.
Nah, they're so good. I saw someone read out some stats. Actually, it was an English commentator, and he was looking at Anderson, for example, as a player, how much he's played this past season, and how much
Elliot
top,
Anderson.
Yeah.
okay.
and how much the top three of the attackers from Paris Saint-Germain have played. Dembele, Doué, and Barcola have played around 2,200 minutes, and then the average English player has played 4,500.
But how do they
something
do
like
that? How does
Because, bro,
PSG do that?
PSG literally
'Cause the
played them
league
for
is so
like
bad.
19 games of the league. They missed out on like 13 games in the league, and then
But
just focused on Champions League.
Who do they play instead? Like Kang In Lee and people like that?
Yeah.
They just have like
Yeah.
a squad that's
Yeah,
wide enough.
Bro, they're just rotating non-stop, and like they don't even really put them in till almost like December. 'Cause
That's
then-
how they
bro.
won the Champions League.
Yeah, exactly.
Kickbase must be a pain in the ass in France.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but that's also it's what they're doing in basketball too. The resting during the regular season because they know when it matters.
Yeah.
You need them healthy, and I doubt that Luis Enrique was thinking about France's World
No,
Cup.
exactly.
But that's like you said,
true.
that's definitely has an impact on it.
It's true.
Um,
Isn't it crazy that Elliot Anderson is a 150 million
Yeah. It's
euro
crazy.
player? What the fuck? I mean, he's been nice for England. He's
Yeah,
a
it's
good
been
player.
Incredible.
But
I was
150 million?
seeing someone talk about the stats, and like when you look at them in the Premier League, it is actually incredible. Of like most blocks, most passes, most possessions won, most dribbles as a midfielder. He has like out of 10 stats where you think like that's okay, maybe that's a winger, maybe that's a CDM, maybe that's a center back. He has all the stats number one in the Prem, so it is incredible. But like, fucking Nottingham
no.
Forest was struggling last year.
exactly.
So he was carrying the team by himself, essentially, and doing everything. So in a top team, he's not going to hit those numbers, of course. But yeah, nevertheless, I also saw someone talk about the France game, and they've been walking through matches. So like, they're I think in the bottom 10 teams of how much they've ran in the World Cup. They have like 74 kilometers or something ran. And every other team is in their 90s already because they're literally just walking through matches. They don't even give a shit.
I mean, they also have a lot of possession, so
Yeah.
you run less. Obviously.
Literally, they're just chilling in the back, passing around, and everyone
Yeah.
else is running around them. And it's incredible how good they are. And Olise, if you would have hit that bicycle kick, holy fucking shit! I
Goal
was
of the year.
screaming at bro.
Yeah.
Nah,
They're just stacked,
Low-key.
man. There's nothing you can do.
no,
Ndoye from Switzerland had a better bicycle kick in the group stage.
Mm.
That also was really, really close to hitting. So that would have been
Yeah.
a better goal. Olise, but still obviously nasty. And
Yeah.
I love Olise, and I'm so happy that he plays for Bayern. And
For how much longer? Huh?
same as Harry Kane yesterday. I mean, the way he just took over the game, ridiculous.
yeah.
But
do you actually believe in England? We were just talking about
don't.
that.
I do kind of. I saw someone on Twitter say yesterday it reminded him a lot of 2014 Germany against Algeria, where they also had to really, really fight, and it was not an easy game. But in the end, I feel like a team that wants to go far kind of also needs games like that where they prove to themselves that they can win it in a fight. And I think obviously it wasn't the most convincing performance and it wasn't super flashy, but I think they have every aspect of a team that
On which side of the bracket are they? Are they with France or
They're
are
on the
they?
French side of the bracket, I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
So
Maybe
one
that's
of those.
a potential semifinal.
Yeah. Bro, on the other side of the bracket, you're fucking Argentina that has an absolute cakewalk to the final, I saw.
Yeah.
Only like the last game before the final is going to be difficult. Everything else is so easy.
But no,
Yeah,
England.
that's true.
England's on the Argentina side.
Oh, really?
England's on Argentina. Okay, then they're playing England right before the final. Then that decides who essentially plays France.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. For me, I was gonna say Argentina's making the final. Like, first of all, FIFA's favoring Messi so much.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
What the fuck? And even the goalkeepers. The shit he's been scoring. I mean, yeah, six
Oh, yeah.
goals.
Fucking Zidane's son, bum.
Yeah.
Like, absolute bum.
And then the other guy, like the free kick that he scored.
The
Like,
free kick for real, bro.
Yeah.
Like, the guy is just watching. He's like, let me be part of your highlight reel.
Yeah, legit. Like my kids gonna remember this.
Yeah. Hey, Messi, he's so good. He scored against me. Cool, bro. You lost.
he probably wanted to. Wasn't there a thing once where Messi sent out like Budweiser cans?
Yeah.
They score against? He just wanted a free Budweiser.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's also such a weird thing. Some people, they were so proud of it. It's like, yeah, I conceded 38 goals against Messi in his career. It's like, cool, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
You ought to
should
be
have been
ashamed
close
of
to zero,
yourself.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
so
like the less Budweiser you get, the better.
yeah, you're his
So,
favorite
yeah.
flashlight.
Bro, the bracket on the Argentina side is absolutely disgusting. I mean, Brazil is on there. Norway. Mexico is kind of looking convincing, but I think they'll crumble.
Yeah.
Turkey could have been there if we had won our group, huh?
But then in Argentina is Australia, Egypt, what the fuck? Swiss,
Yeah,
Switzerland,
exactly.
Algeria, and Colombia. What the fuck?
They're such an easy like.
Well,
side.
actually, Colombia,
Colombia's good.
yeah,
They're a good
they're
team.
Colombia. Oh, they played
Colombia.
very well against who was it? Portugal now. That was a
Yeah.
banger game also.
Mhm.
0-0.
Yeah. But they should have won it though. The
Yeah.
Sanchez was like
Yeah.
his toes were like.
So yeah, but we're all backing France. To me, who I believe in kind of heavily, Morocco. I feel like Morocco, they've been playing really, really well. They have like a young team. They play free,
Yeah.
but they have they are obviously AFCON champions, reigning AFCON champions.
Yeah. New Bayern signee, Saibari has
He's
been
going
playing out of his
crazy.
mind. Yeah.
Rapist as a captain. It's,
Is that a requirement or?
for going far. Hopefully not.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, no, I'm pairing on Morocco's downfall now that I think about that.
Yeah. I also don't think that they would make it far. Even though last World Cup they made it to a semis,
They made
right?
it quite. They made it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But they're basically anyone else.
But the Dutch team, it really reminded me of the German team a bit. Like, you know,
Yeah.
it is an aging squad. You didn't really expect them to go far, but you still think they're a big footballing nation. There was that one guy who did the prediction,
yeah,
who was like mathematically
Dickhead.
calculating.
yeah.
Bro, that guy made me believe Netherlands.
Bro, he
actually
made me
gonna
do
win,
some
man.
money. I was talking to I had a construction guy come over to fix something or put something in the house, and I was talking to him because he was like, "Oh, where you from?" We were chatting about football, and he's like, "Oh, sad Germany went out," and I was like, "Yeah, but Netherlands did too." And he's like, "Yeah, but half Moroccan." He's like, and then we were talking about Morocco, and then he was like, "Honestly, Ronald Koeman helped us because he put 5 in the back, even though Netherlands never plays with 5 in the back," and he was like, "They were scared of us." And that just tells me that like we have some aura around us now for the first time
Yeah.
in my life. And he was like talking so proudly about how Morocco has a chance and like how they can go deep. He said they will not make it to the final, but he said like at least like he's already happy because it can be over from now. They beat the Netherlands.
I think that they meet France eventually down the road, and I think they'll put up really good fight to France. I think that will be a bad game. Also, England against Mexico in the Stadio Azteca.
Ooh.
That's gonna be
crazy.
such a banger.
And you know the Mexican fans, they're gonna be in front of the team hotel like they did for against
Yeah.
Ecuador, just playing music and everything.
Bro, and it's going to be hot because the England, someone was talking about it, and England is only played in US stadiums where there's air conditioning. So it's going to be the first match outside, and then in Mexico, it's going to
And
be hot in our stadium.
altitude as well.
The
It's
altitude
quite
as well.
it's quite high.
So it's going
How
to be
do you know
difficult
that?
for them.
You know anyone in Mexico City?
Multiple people, but I'm just geography G.
Geography T.
That was my favorite subject in school.
Yeah. The only fucking
what was his
subject,
name?
and then
Glatzkopf
sports.
teacher.
Oh, Mr. Zwack, Mr. Swag.
Swag, Mr. Swag.
Mr. Swag.
I saw.
Uh,
Big Nürnberg fan.
he was a big Nuremberg fan. Anything else? I think that's about it. Sort of.
So we agree on France, but and Argentina, I guess.
I agree. France and Argentina
Fuck, so boring, bro.
again.
I mean, that was a great final,
Yeah.
to be fair.
But France, 3rd time in a row, and then Argentina now second
Third
time in a row.
Nah, France is the new Spain, low-key. Spain in the late 2000s and early 2010s.
but
They
I
felt
mean-
unbeatable.
We called it already. Like years ago, we were talking about how the French team is so good and all the young players coming up, and now you have Mbappe in his prime. and all-
Mbappe?
Mbappe in his prime and all the young players coming up again, bro, they're incredible. I
Right?
think they're still going to dominate the next 8 years.
Minimum,
Like,
bro.
Maybe even 80 years.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like we're so close to them. How do they have so much more talent, bro?
because they call
More
them
immigration.
countries in Africa.
Yeah, true. Yeah, bro. They're getting everyone like. It's that's the problem with Germany, bro. They're so racist. They're scaring all the foreign talent away.
Yeah, they're playing for other teams.
Yeah. Like, bro, just fucking include them early on and like give them a feeling that they belong in the national team by nominating them. And,
But that's the problem. Like you said Germany colonized, France colonized better countries. In Germany, we have all the Turkish people from like the 1950s
but
and
we
60s.
also didn't get colonized.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but like obviously now we have a lot of German Turkish people, and Turkey obviously it was the worst country at the World Cup.
Damn, bro. Come on.
Have a really bad talent pool of Turkish players.
We got the wrong gene pool.
Come on, bro. Come on. Get the fuck out of here. I'm waiting for that game where we play against Germany in a knockout stage like Morocco, the Netherlands, and then we beat you guys too.
Yeah. But even
It's
the
gonna be so
Netherlands, bro, fucking Van der Vaart in an interview was like,
The fuck?
he was in an interview like, bro, the Moroccan team is all just rejects who can't play for the
Yeah,
Netherlands.
bro. It's
And
so
then now he was like, yeah, I'm gonna call the game 3-0 for the Netherlands, and then they get clapped.
Bro, I love it. Same, there was a guy, I think, Jonas Friedrich, a football commentator. I just saw a clip of him being like, Paraguay, I can't even call them an opponent. Bro. Nah, those cocky mistakes, that's what Turkey did before the Australia game, where Çalhanoğlu gave an interview. He's like, yeah, like, we're so much better, we definitely have to beat them. And then you end up losing 2-0. Like, bro, just like, be humble and then just beat them on the pitch.
Bro,
you know?
let your football talk.
Exactly. Fucking hell. Okay, France, Argentina.
Yeah.
And then I'm assuming we're doing another episode before the final. Hopefully.
You never know.
See you on match day 1 of the Bundesliga. Maybe match day 2, actually.
Maybe match day 2.
Also, before we finish, how are you guys doing in our kick tip group?
Honestly, I haven't looked at it in like 2 days.
Brave.
Because you're that shit, huh?
Yeah, I'm like in the middle pool. I'm
Ah,
like,
bro, you still gotta compete.
I'm
no,
11th.
I mean, I put all my scores in, and I was like, yeah, like,
Where am I?
I can't have my phone. I don't have a phone.
You are 15th. I'm 11th, and then I don't even know your name.
Wait,
Bagels
15
man.
out of 1,500 people. That's not bad.
No. Oh, yeah. Then you're in position 19. Washed.
Washed.
Damn. Imagine being 19th of 19 teams.
Hey, 30. Now, but
Currently-
also like now, especially for the knockout, I was like, oh, let me pick the underdog to try and get
Well,
ahead.
that's actually the only move to make
And
it.
yesterday I was like, bro, 4 points. I picked,
Yeah, bro.
I was like,
I was right
Senegal.
now,
yeah, I
Yeah.
picked
Bro,
Senegal 2-0,
So
but
disappointed.
2-1.
Like, it must have felt great to be a Belgian fan because they came back in 2 minutes, but they didn't deserve it at all.
Not
They
at
were
all.
so much worse than Senegal, and also throughout the tournament, they've been a big disappointment.
Yeah.
Like every tournament.
Yeah. Yeah, literally.
Story of Belgium.
This is the year for Belgium.
Yeah. Well, maybe this is the year for us to become a bi-weekly podcast again.
Become a
Actually, we want to be a weekly podcast.
Yeah.
Do
Well,
we?
let's aim for bi-weekly first.
Yeah.
And then,
I
we
mean,
can-
definitely during the Bundesliga season,
Yeah.
you won't see a lot more of our faces.
I hope so. And then probably also on Instagram.
We gotta stop teasing.
Yeah, literally. We're never going to create another reel.
There's gonna be some reels from that.
It's done.
It's done. Thank you very much for listening to episode 34 of the WANN podcast. Find us on our Instagram. Hopefully we create some reels out of this one. If not,
You will watch this on Instagram.
yeah,
Or
exactly.
maybe not this,
the
but
whole hour.
something before.
There's nothing more to say then. Are we not
World
doing WANN anymore?
Cup. World Cup.